It's that time again when I have a little rant at the reliability of modern bikes. Because I'm out today on the Red Revolt, and out of 3 bikes, this is the only one that works. So I went out on the mountain bike a couple of weeks ago, and one of the spokes broke, and I'm a bit annoyed about that. It's only been ridden a handful of times. Anyway, I took it back to the shop and they fixed it, and they said not to worry, it's under warranty, this, that and the other. Okay, but one of the reasons I bought that bike is because I'm heavy, and it's rated at 136 kilos, and with my 105 kilos plus the weight of the bike and my gear and so on, we're still only about 120. So that means I'm 16 kilos under the weight limit. And yet the spoke still broke. Anyway, they fixed it. And the second ride, after they fixed it, another spoke broke. And the bike has done a total, because I'm obsessed with data, so I record everything on the Garmin, and the bike has done 249 miles from me. So I'm a bit distressed about it. Anyway, the bike shop agreed, and they said they need to put in a warranty claim, perhaps put a new wheel on, maybe upgrade the wheel, I don't know. But the upshot is they're negotiating with Trek, and they've had the bike for a week. Anyway, after that I went out on the Blue Revolt, and I had a puncture, which surprised me because normally they seal up straight away, I mean, sometimes you've got to add a little bit of air and then you just carry on as normal. And that's what I did. I pumped it up and off I went. And about 5 miles further along, I went down again. And after the third time, I realised that there's a bit of a problem here. So I stopped. And I hate having to do tyre changes on the side of the road. But anyway, I put a tube in. And, well, I was going to put a tube in. And I ran my fingers around the inside of the tyre. And there was a thorn in there, but it was so wedged I couldn't move it. Now, I tried all sorts, I could not get it out. And of course, there's no point in putting a tube in, is there? Because it'll be the end of the tube. Fortunately, I have a wife that is extremely supportive of my cycling activities. So she came out in a car and got me to save me walking the last 5 miles home. So that bike's not working, and okay, I'll admit a lot of that is due to me procrastinating. So when I got home, my wife and I fiddled with it. She was holding the one side with a nail, I was trying to pull it out with pliers, and it was really, really wedged. And we struggled on, and eventually I got this thorn out. So I put the tyre back on, put some sealant in, and it won't seal. I mean, I could just put a tube in it, but as any regular viewers will know, I'm a big advocate of tubeless tyres. Not to mention the fact I've had a few punctures in Maxus Ramblers, which is fine when you're running with tubeless and sealant. And with a tube, it's not going to be very long before I'm stuck on the side of the road again. So as I said, part of the problem is procrastination. Because like I said before, bike tyres are expensive. Far more expensive than they should be. So I don't want to throw away tyres that aren't worn out. So I was trying to decide, should I plug it? I haven't had much success with tubeless plugs. Should I pad a patch on the inside? I don't know, is that reliable? So I could just buy a new tyre. But do I want to put another Maxus Rambler on there? Because I really like the Gravel King X1s that are on this bike. So I was going to put those on the blue one next. So I was trying to decide on that. And can you run mismatched tyres? And no, I don't know. And eventually, while I was procrastinating, my wife got on the internet, found a good deal, and ordered a pair of Gravel King X1s. So that took the decision out of my hands. So they should arrive in the next day or two, and then we can get that sorted out. But still, it is frustrating because, as I said, bike tyres cost a lot of money, and they just don't last. And people are very critical because it's the age we live in. Everybody trying to demonstrate their superiority. And they say, well, didn't you have this with you? Or didn't you have that with you? And I think they must ride around with a trailer with an entire mobile workshop on the back of it. For some of the things that people tell you should be carrying while you're out riding, you wouldn't just need a trailer, you'd need a van as a support vehicle. Things are becoming complicated. I mean, not just with punctures, but with all kinds of standards and, well, the thing we jokingly refer to as standards because there are no standards. I mean, if you want to get a pair of wheels, you start thinking about, right, do I need disc brake or rim brake? If I need disc brake, are they 6-bolt or are they centre lock? Then you need to know whether you want through axle or quick release. And once you've got that all sorted out, there's about 5 different free hubs. So you've got to know which one of them you want. And you think that's okay, because I can change the free hub. But then you need to know if you've got the right engagement system. There's about 20 different bottom bracket standards. So it really is a minefield. Frames are being built with only compatible with electric group sets. It just gets more and more complicated all the time. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and somebody had asked the question about building your own bike and was it worth it? And a lot of discussion about needing patience, but basically the upshot was it's not worth it. because you'll need all sorts of special tools, and you'll need all sorts of different adapters and bits and pieces. And all of this means that the bike has got to go into the bike shop for maintenance, really, in a lot of cases, because they've got all the special tools and the widgets and adapters, because they do it all day, every day. And that's fine, I don't mind supporting my local bike shop. But the problem is, you have to wait till they can fit it in. And that means, if you love cycling the way I do, you're going to have more than one bike.